Gemma, if I was to say that you could get a time capsule and you bury a time capsule and you put 7 things in there that would tell us something about you, your career, that if it's dug up in 30 years' time, we'd get to know you, what would you put in it?
So if I start from very much as a kid, I think I'm probably about 5 or 6 on this photo.
This is you and...
My mum and dad. I mean, obviously the retro Liverpool kit, being a Liverpool fan. And I think this for me just sums up a big part of my career. I was obviously then just a young Liverpool fan, and I think I love the fact that my dad's behind me and my mum, because they've guided me through my career and they've been huge influences and inspirations for me. I don't actually look too happy in that picture, but I am happy. So the next one is my first club shirt.
With Bonner on the back.
With my striker days.
So you used to be a number 10?
Yeah.
Did you play in the number 10 role because you're a defender?
I think I did actually start as a striker and then slowly worked my way back. So I'm hoping that's where I got my goal scoring instincts from. But Leeds City Vixens, it was actually a all-girls team. We did used to play against Leeds United at the time. So before me and Rach Daly became teammates, we used to play against each other.
Oh, that's so cool.
So the next one I'll go is my first trophy that I won at senior. Obviously at Leeds United, I think I was only 16 or 17 at the time. And I mean, I'm sure you'll recognise a few faces on there.
I do, so let me go through. So we've got Ellen White,
Yep.
Sophie Bradley,
Yep.
Steph Horton,
Yep.
Carly Telford.
Yep.
Is that Remy Allen?
Remy Allen, I think.
Rach Daly, is that?
That's
No.
Liv Thackeray, that's
Liv Thackeray.
Sophie Walton, Jess Wright, Carla Contrell. I want to say that's Jade Moore.
It looks like Jade Moore's mouth. It does.
The next one, my WSL titles. 2013, we did something what no one had really done before. I think Arsenal had been a dominant team for so long, and I remember we lost at Anfield, I think it was, in the FA Cup, but a few days later we played them at the Emirates and we beat them, and that was probably, I would say, probably a big turning point in the women's game, because we went away to Arsenal and convincingly beat them. And then obviously we won the title just after that. 2013 was my first call-up for the seniors. This is my first England cap, but it was actually, I was in the squad. This is my actual competitive debut, was in 2015. Funnily enough, I was actually in the car on the way to training with my dad when I got the phone call to say that I was getting my first senior call-up, and I remember thinking it couldn't have been more fitting where I was. I think I was actually doing my university work in the passenger seat and I get the phone call. So then my time after Liverpool, obviously I moved to Manchester City. A moment for me was the first League Cup final. I was actually playing right back at the time. The game went to extra time, it was against Arsenal, extra time and penalties, and I remember the feeling when the winning penalty went in. It was kind of a sense of like why it was such a hard decision to leave Liverpool, but this is one of the reasons why, because I've never won the cups, and that was something I always wanted to do, is win everything in England. So my final one is into America.
Yes. Okay.
So I actually have my captain's armband from being at Racing Louisville. Honestly, it was completely unexpected to end up out playing in the NWSL at the time. When the opportunity was presented, I think I'd played in the top league in England for 15 years. I'd won all the trophies in England, and I think if I wasn't going to challenge myself again at that point, I've always said throughout my career, like, I always want to keep on striving and keep on improving, and the opportunity to play in another new league against completely different players. But I absolutely loved, I don't regret one bit going there.
Thank you so much for bringing your items for the time capsule and for explaining about them as well.
No.
They mean a lot to you, but they mean a lot to everyone else.
Yeah.
And maybe the person that digs them up in 30 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.